11:10 at 90.3 FM, WJSL. We're Christian Radio for Fillmore, Belfast, Belmont, Oromel, Olean, and anyone with a shortwave radio receiver in Indonesia. You can pick us up and we'll be playing your favorite contemporary Christian radio hits. And that was Dave Perkins with Make Me Feel off his new album, The Innocents. And right now we're going to continue our hour's worth of rock music with The Choir and Fear Only You. Request line is 567-2211, extension 575. Give me a call. All right, it's about 22 after 11 o'clock, and you're listening to 90.3 FM WJSL, where we're broadcasting on a radio frequency so high it's almost a health hazard. Stay tuned for more of your favorites from 90.3 FM WJSL. Good evening, it's 9 o'clock. You're tuned into 90.3 FM WJSL. I'm Jack Urso, and I'm going across Western New York State, bringing you some of the hottest hits in Christian rock. Tonight, we've got Steve Taylor, Rick Kua, Steve Camp, Rez, the 77s, U2, and The Call. But we're going to start off with a little AD right after this. And that was Steve Taylor on the Fritz. You're listening to 90.3 FM WJSL. I'm Jack Urso, and I got the weather for western sub-tier counties. This afternoon's mostly sunny, high about 55, northeast winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight's going to be mainly clear, low near 35. Tuesday, we're going to see a mix of clouds and sunshine. High is going to be about 55. If you have a request, just give me a call at 567-2211. That's our request line. So write it down, 567-2211, and I'll be glad to play your favorite song, like this one from Paul to Diane, Kyle Henderson, and The Gift of Grace. .3 FM WJSL. We're coming off a rock block of DA right now. You were just listening to The Pool from DA's Fearful Symmetry release, and before that was Little Crosses from their big Doppelganger album. Next up, Steve Camp, On the Edge. Hey, I'm Jack Urso, and remember, you're tuned in to 90.3 FM WJSL. Drug abuse is a serious problem facing all New Yorkers. Learn more about preventing drug abuse in your community. Call the New York State Division of Substance Abuse Services toll-free at 1-800-522-5353. That number again is 1-800-522-5353. This is 90.3 FM WJSL. It's 7 o'clock, November 5th, 1987, and time for the WJSL 3-Minute News Brief. Soviet dissident Andrei Sakharov says Mikhail Gorbachev is making an important step forward with his openness policy, but he called on the Soviet leader to release all political prisoners. Sakharov, a winner of the Nobel Peace Prize, said Gorbachev did not mention political prisoners in his speech marking the 70th anniversary of the Russian Revolution. Former Philadelphia Mayor Frank Rizzo still has not conceded Tuesday's election to Mayor Wilson Goode. Unofficial results give Goode 51% of the vote. Rizzo says he believes he will still be declared the victor. He says before he concedes, he will count each vote himself. Goode says his victory shows Philadelphians have forgiven him for the police confrontation with a radical group in May 1985, in which 11 people were killed and 61 houses destroyed. Two influential lawmakers question what the Reagan administration is going to do to fight the drug problem. A year ago, Congress appropriated nearly $2 billion for anti-drug efforts. Representative Charles Rangel, the chairman of a House Drug Committee, and Benjamin Gilman, the ranking Republican, said they will ask members of the cabinet what is being done. Rangel also said that none of the presidential candidates has answered a letter asking them for a strong anti-drug plan. Police believe a Wall Street broker apparently killed himself at his summer home in Litchfield, Connecticut. They speculate he had financial problems triggered by the recent market plunge, but a business associate is not so sure. John Rosenthal said the dead broker, David Goldring, was secured despite the big fall. He said he is not aware of any problems. Goldring was found dead with a gunshot wound. Police near Dublin fought a gun battle with kidnappers today and freed a dentist abducted 3 weeks ago. The dentist, Dennis O'Grady, was not injured, but sources said the kidnappers mutilated him earlier. One detective and a kidnapper were hurt. Police say 5 other kidnappers hijacked a car and escaped with a woman hostage. O'Grady belongs to one of Ireland's richest families. Officials say the kidnappers were led by a man called the Border Fox, who left the Irish Republican Army to become a bank robber. Torrential rains have brought heavy floods to southeastern Spain. At least 13 people have been killed in 2 days. Towns have been cut off by the rising waters. Helicopters are trying to reach thousands of people in the Murcia province, waiting on the roofs of their houses. The rain is tapering off, but authorities have warned people the water is still rising. New York environmentalists said they will watch closely how the state pursues ski trail expansions at the state's 3 ski areas. Voters on Tuesday approved widening trails and building new trails at Gore, Whiteface, and Bel Air ski areas. The State Department of Environmental Conservation said the widening of the trails was necessary for safety reasons. Most environmental groups were neutral concerning the proposal. The ski areas are in forever wild sections of the Adirondack and Catskills, and voter approval was needed before any work to the trails was undertaken. I'm Jack Urso, and you have been listening to the WJSL 3-Minute News Brief. Next news at 7 o'clock.